When you think of Provo, Orem, Lehigh, you likely think of this. Not scenarios like this.
Spit it out.
Spit it out. If you're down here to buy dope, this is what happens.
Spit it out. No, you got a bindle right in the back of your throat. Spit it out.
Seems so sad.
It's tragic. Yeah, I mean, it's destroying families.
Lieutenant Phil Murphy showed me piles of heroin.
That's probably about, $10,000 worth of heroin right in there.
Seized by the Utah County Major Crimes Task Force.
Your task force had a goal this year, 2014, to take 10 pounds of heroin off the streets. Where are you at?
We wanted to investigate cases with ultimately a 10-pound connection. In the 6 weeks of this year already, we're over 121 pounds.
Officers have surpassed their goal by 1,100% this year.
They bring it here and they're making a lot of money.
Sure, dealers are having less success smuggling drugs in.
These are actually soles of shoes.
But when heroin does make it through, it's broken down.
This big bag here is brown heroin.
And sold in tiny balloons like this.
Who's using heroin here?
Returned missionaries, Eagle Scout, fantastic academic scholars, athletes.
And I found out Utah County addicts don't always buy in their own backyard. No, instead they'll hop in the car and drive 100 miles round trip to a drug-ridden area of Salt Lake City, just a few blocks west of Pioneer Park.
Oh, why did I get cash?
Here, people risk their freedom
Every time we do it, it's the same thing.
for a fix.
They come in from all over, literally pull curbside, make eye contact with the right person, and do a hand-to-hand drug transaction from the window of your car like a drive-up.
Over 300 bucks.
In fact, sometimes you can spot the dealers with drugs in their mouths, and you know what? Users still buy them.
What did you think you were buying?
It is often prescription pill use.
Schedule II controlled substance, that's a third-degree felony.
15-milligram morphine pill.
That leads to heroin abuse because heroin can be easier and cheaper to get. And this woman tells us the buyers who come here are chasing happiness.
I wish they'd find another way to be happy because they don't look happy.
Are you happy?
I'm happier than most of the people here.
That was one of the scariest days of my life when I realized I was hooked. I was addicted.
Utah County resident David Cryer spent a decade driving to Salt Lake City to feed his habit.
You were trying to balance being a good father and being a heroin addict. Didn't go so well, though.
It doesn't. It just can't.
Cryer used prescription painkillers after surgery, and when those ran out, he turned to heroin to cope with personal struggles. And at $15 for a couple-day supply, it was affordable.
A lot of people hide their feelings, okay? And if you're hiding your feelings to numb them out, it's even better. Then you don't have to hide them because you don't have them.
They're frustrated in life. They don't feel good. They've experienced some pain or trauma.
Gordon Bruin is with the Utah County Department of Drug and Alcohol Prevention and Treatment, and he counsels addicts.
One time, it can take over a person's life because of the area of the brain where it works.
Bruin told me about the two-part brain and how it works against addicts.
One part wants to use and doesn't care about the consequences, and then there's the other part that's deeply cares. I want to stop this. This doesn't feel good to me. I want my freedom, and I don't feel free.
Chasing drugs is a full-time job.
Cryer broke his addiction by dealing with the issues that drove him to use. And Lieutenant Murphy says that is the real solution. Beefing up narcotics units or making more arrests is not.
The root of the evil here and of the problem is getting to find out why people have to even take the substance.